incomes versus the high cost of housing is a reality yet to be properly addressed by the government of the United States. Juliana Byck traveled to San Francisco to meet the homeless youth who more often than not end up sleeping rough.
Each year, approximately 3.5 million people experience homelessness in the United States. In San Francisco alone, an estimated 5,700 young people are homeless. And a disproportionate amount, nearly 30%, are gay, lesbian, transgender, or bisexual.
That we have a shrinking middle class. We have a few people who become millionaires, and that's always the promise that's held out for everyone. But we have many more people in the middle class who are sinking into poverty, and many of those people are becoming homeless. So we have an ongoing problem with homelessness here because of that mismatch between people's incomes and the cost of housing. The rise of so many youth who are homeless is a very frightening and startling trend. And I don't think most people recognize how many homeless people are under 24.
LGBTQ youth are overrepresented in the homeless population. Young people who come out to their parents or to their communities or at school as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer, or questioning, oftentimes get ostracized. For a long time, had about 30% of the population that we serve identify as LGBTQ.
A lot of times they get kicked out or they get abused, and so they run away or they get abandoned, in that way. And I think sometimes youth find San Francisco as a very attractive kind of hub, But it's not that easy to be in a city like, as big as San Francisco. The reality hits that, basically they need to find resources if they want to survive. So it becomes about survival at that point. A teenager, right, or a young adult, you're also dealing with the reality of life, so without any help or support from what you would usually expect.
My name is Audemars Casahun. I'm 20 years old, and I became homeless about a year and a half ago. I think the most impactful part of being homeless is the long-term effects, is being homeless in a bad environment, being homeless in a bad neighborhood, in a city where there's a lot of crime, a city where people are very vulnerable. I think that is what the negatives would be about homelessness. People have to be careful.
There are many reasons why folks end up homeless, and it really is a set of circumstances beyond their control often that has landed them in that circumstance, and what they really need is help and opportunity and safety and practical supports, and then they, like all of us, can absolutely thrive.
This is Maria Juliana Byck for Telesur in the United States.